Hi everyone. Good evening once again. Today I'm going to be talking about reading trackers that make reading uh, easier on children and they do not feel overwhelmed looking at the number of lines that they need to read. Also, I would be talking about pencil grip and how to help correct the pencil grip for children who do not have proper control over their fine motor skills or intrinsic uh, their intrinsic grip. Okay, so I'm going to take you straight to the technique. Do watch it and let me know if it works for you or your child. Okay, so these reading grips, reading trackers are very simple to make and does not require much of time or material. And I'm just going to show you how. Okay, so this is called a reading tracker. Now I have just taken normal A4 size, a little bit thick paper, and I have made a window in the middle, and I have drawn an arrow pointing from left to right, which means that the child has to track from the left side to the right with his eyes for reading. Now, how do we use this tracking window? So, I'm just going to show it to you. I've just taken a book, The Blue Umbrella by Ruskin Bond, because it has a little bigger print for smaller children. Okay, so now what you have to do is, sometimes children get extremely overwhelmed when they look at the amount of lines that they have to read. Also, they might just get confused and they might skip lines, or they might reread a line, or jumble up the lines. It happens very often with children. So what you have to do is, you need to put this reading tracker and only over one line. Let the child hold it like this, and then you read. Okay, I'm just going to read this. Timid with strangers, but she was at home on. And then you move down and you read the second line. A hillside. She stuck her bare leg over the edge. Move down. So you're basically exposing only one line at a time, and the other lines are hidden and easier to read. Now, if the font is bigger, you can make the window a little bigger, because in this almost 2 or 3 lines are coming in. Or if the child is comfortable reading 2 lines at a time, then also you can use a bigger window. So this is very, very simple to make and is extremely useful in helping the child to gain confidence while reading. And once the child gains confidence, you don't need these reading trackers anymore. Okay, so that's about reading and the tracker. Now I'm going to talk to you about 5 reminders to self-check your handwriting. Okay, so this is like a checklist. I would suggest that you take a print, you make this checklist and you stick it in your child's room and let him read every day before he starts to write. So the first reminder would be, you need to check if letters are the correct size and shape. That means you can see the lowercase letters and the uppercase letters, and they are all they all are in the correct size and positioned correctly. Okay, second one is, letters are on the line. That means we keep telling our children, please make your letters sit on the line. Sit on the line, which means that they should not be flying here and there. So I have written them like cat, sat, mat, bat, and all of the alphabets are sitting on the line. Third is, we have to keep reminding ourselves that my handwriting is neat and clear. This works as an affirmation also and a reminder as well. My handwriting is neat and clear. Then there is proper spacing between letters, not between words, between letters. That means I do not space between cat as cat. You do not leave that much of space between letters of the same word. Okay, now the fifth one is there is proper spacing between words. There, I've drawn a finger space. There is one finger space between words. This is very important, and even older children tend to, make mistakes in this. Now I'm going to show you something which can be used to maintain this finger space. Okay, so I have written the words and have a look. This is called a focus thing. This is called a focus stick. Okay, so it's just an ice cream stick with a googly eye to represent focus, and I've written on the stick one finger space. So let the child use this every time the child is writing. So there, let him put it here, then write the next word is, let him use this here instead of the finger. One finger space between words. So this is fun for them because this kind of it's funny, and it's not fun, it's fun, and it's the child really enjoys holding the stick with that googly eye at the end. And once the child gets used to maintaining the space without the finger, without this focus stick, it just comes very naturally to the child. So instead of using the finger, which the children normally don't like to use, you can use things like this focus stick, or you can even make your own focus sticks with different kind of animations. Okay, so that's one. Now I'm going to tell you about the pencil grip. Okay, so we all have old socks in the house. Okay, this is mine, which is torn, and what I have done is I have made two holes here. One second, I'll just show you the holes. One hole here and one hole here. I have made two holes in this sock. Now I am going to put my hand in. You can make smaller holes if when the children are small, because my fingers are big, so I've made bigger holes. So I put in my thumb through one, and I have put my index finger through the other. Now all my other fingers are curled inside the sock like this. Now take a pencil. You take a pencil and you hold it between these two fingers, and the rest of the curled fingers you rest on your paper or your book and start writing. You will find that you have extreme control over the pencil, because the sock kind of gives you that that kind of a fit. It has to be a little bit tight for you to be able to keep the pencil in place, and even your fingers will not uncurl because the sock is keeping them curled inside. So this is one technique which really works with children, and you can have some funny things written on the sock just for it to make it to be for the child to be okay to wear it, and stuff like that. So this is one technique. Second one is the pom-pom technique. Now what you do is you take one pom-pom, or you take two pom-poms, whatever. You can take a bigger one also if you want. Place it between your little finger and your ring finger and close it. Now these two fingers will remain closed because you are holding something in them. Now take the pencil, hold it, and even if you want to open up your those curled fingers, you won't, because there's something inside which you're holding, and you will continue to hold it. So this is called the pom-pom grip, and it makes it easier to have a proper grip on the pencil. Okay, so there's one more which is called the tripod grip. Now you can use a rubber band or something which we tie our hair with, which is not going to hurt the child's wrist. Now you take this and you make a knot. Okay, and the smaller hole is for the pencil and the bigger one is for your hand. So now I'm going to wear it on my hand like this, with this on top for the pencil to go in. Now one second, I put the pencil in through this here. This grip will, then you can feel a bit of tension while writing, which helps in keeping the pencil in hand. Otherwise, there are a lot of times when children, kind of this pencil just slips out of their hand, or they are not able to. But the important thing here is that this hole should not become too big. It should grip the pencil here, like in this case there is more space than required, so you need to grip the pencil and write. So this is called the tripod grip, to keep the pencil in its correct position. Okay, so the last one is a very simple one. What you can do is, you get a lot of pencil grips even in stores and you fancy ones, but I just find this extremely easy and economical. You take a rubber band and you just go around the pencil. Okay, see, this way. Now this is a small rubber band, so I'm just using another one. Yeah, so now when you have this grip here, it's easier for the child to hold on that grip and write. In fact, they will not feel so much, the hands will not feel, fingers won't feel fatigued, and they will be able to write more, and the hands will not slip even if the hands are sweating or tired. This is a very easy and economical way of using a pencil as a grip. Okay, so that was it, and I hope this session is going to be helpful, and I would like to thank Kamal sir for giving me this initiative and helping me with all these techniques that I bring to you. Thank you so much, and see you soon. Bye for now.